Hello, good evening, and welcome to Drams. This could be a disaster tonight. It might be a bit of fun, it might turn out to be brilliant, it could be a disaster. I'm going to call it Drams Blends. Watched Aquaviti last week. I watched it on the replay, and he was on about affinity bottles, and he had a wee barrel, and he's mixing all these whiskies together. And I've done this for years. And I thought, here, that would be great for a review to see how it would go. And just sit and have a chat, what I do, why I do it. I've got 3 bottles here. 1, 2, 3. And if I'm honest, they're not very good. They're not great. And the first bottle that I've got picked up is Gav's Blend Second Edition. Now, that was based on a whisky called Four Lakes. It was a Canadian whisky, and it was the worst whisky I've ever tasted in my life. Drank some of it, got rid of it, and I got down to there, and I started to play with it and put stuff in it. And to be honest, I didn't take note. I was just putting anything old in it. Okay, this one here, Scav's Blends First Edition. Now, again, there's a bit of everything in this as well. You'll notice that they're only sherried, and I've always been keen in blending and amazed how guys can blend. This one I've actually wrote down, and this one is in it. It's Ben Rennis, do Tomatin, Deniston, and you make quarter gel and you make spirit. As you've had my you make spirit out, but I've no. So anyway, that's that. So we'll pour them first, and then I've got my shoebox. And we'll have a wee look at the shoebox later on. As I say, this could be madness tonight. Absolutely madness. You might watch this for 2 minutes and think, he's definitely lost the plot. And I've got a lot of these 35cl bottles made up here, which I made up. There's some really interesting ones in here. I just noticed that there's a Highland Park 28, so I won't be doing anything with that. That's just for sheer pleasure to drink. So there's certain ones I wouldn't mix, and so we'll have a wee look, and I think we'll be using quite a lot of these tonight to kind of fill these up. So we'll start with this one. I've not got myself a drink of water. Big mistake. And we'll start with this one. And this is the one which has got Ben Rennis, Cardew, Tomatin, Denison, all 46%, and I put a new make spirit. And I gave this a blind tasting, and right away some of them thought the real young whiskey in there. Remember, you're not going to get maturation in glass, but you're going to get flavour change in glass, and that's what we're trying to do. And I can smell it already. That's coming to the nose already. It was very sweet. It's very, very, very sweet, and that been like that for at least a year and a half. And the new make spirit still bringing it spirity, but I think the new make spirit is giving it its taste. I really, really do. Now, a lot of people won't do this, but I recommend that if you've got a lot of whiskies, keep the heels, save them up, put them into bottles, put them into demi-johns, have fun with them, play around with them. Not necessarily expensive stuff. Let's have a wee look at this. Let's wee bit in the legs. Now, there's no really any bad whiskies in that at all. The only one that's a bad whiskey is this one here when we get to it. And I've done a lot of work. Can you make bad whiskies good, or can you waste good whiskies? That's the question. It's too spirity. It's alright for a laugh. It's alright for wine tasting. There's a sourness to it, there's a thing. It's no nice. It's wasted. The question is, can it be brought back? And that's what I'll do with try fill these spaces. And I'll do it with heel ends and wee bits end of whiskies. But you need to get good whiskies in there to bring it back. There's no doubt about it. You'll definitely need to get good whiskies to bring that back. So we'll not spend much time on that. And we'll put that there. Like that. We'll go for the blend first edition. Now there's a fair space in that. And I think this one's a bit more decent. I've got my glasses hiding behind my shoebox. And as I say, it's just a bit of fun tonight. It's just a bit of madness. Just a wee pour. And there's everything in here. And I mean everything. Good, bad, all malts. No grain whiskies in it at all. No American whiskies in it. Or Scotch malts, blended malts, you name it. There's a lot in there. I did have a big note what was in it, but I lost it. I'm going to take note tonight what I'm putting in. So again, bring it up. Have a look at the legs. They're alright. They're actually quite good. Let's get a wee shake. See if we can get a nothing at all in it. So it's under 50%. And let's take it up to the nose. And that's more pleasant. It's more softer. It's more honey. And if you're going to do things like this, you're going to have disasters. You'll get the odd one, it's unbelievable. But the vast majority is not going to work. But it's all about fun. It's all about learning. It's all about learning taste, as far as I'm concerned. That's nice. That's pleasant. Very sweet. Demerara sugar. There's no any peat coming through that. But that is absolutely nice. That's drinkable. I'm not going to say it's gorgeous. I ain't going to say that. But what I will say, it's drinkable. It really, really is. You could drink that. It's very, very, very sweet. With a nice kick to it. It's reasonably thick. That's possible. That really is possible. So we're going to put something in that, but I don't know what we're going to put in that. Right, and then we're going to come back to this one. It used to be the disaster. And it's one I've tried to work and work and work and work. And I've not tasted these, I've not tried any of these, I'm not editing this, anything. I've got lots of glasses here behind the shoebox. And let's see what this is like. As I say, this was the worst whiskey I've ever tasted. And what I tried to do is bring it back to life. Now let's have a wee sugar of this. And look at the bead on that. So that's telling us what? That it's 50%. So that's a wee bit stronger. So I've worked hard on that one. And we're going to fill them up the night. So, pity I didn't have an audience here. Done something live where people could say, well, try this, try that, but I'm not that good yet. More sweeter. Definitely a sherry, no doubt about it. There's still that hint of rum, which was in the initial one. See the legs? They're going to eat. They're alright. Oh, they're going quick. Oh my goodness. They're flying. Take a look at that. Interesting. Really, really interesting. Very sweet. They're all sweet. That's drinkable now. That's took me a long time to get that drinkable. So, what am I going to put in it? Well, there's a question. Do we go for something lighter to try and get it a bit lighter? Or do we go for something darker? Scalascake. Had that for a while. It's blended. So that's blended. So we'll leave that. So what else have we got? Oh God, we're not. No chance. I don't know what I've got here. And I've just got a lot of whiskies I make up. Springbank 18 2020. Oh, there's no way is that getting in there. Um, you never know. That could do the trick. That really could bring it. It'd be interesting, you think. There's a Ben Rennis 11, 46%. I wonder if that, it's still going to be keeping it dark, isn't it? Right, I want these two to be worked tonight. Glen Rothis, 23, for Cadenhead. Again, is it too good? Is it too old a whiskey to try and bring it up? Do I need something with a bit of youth in it? So, there's a 10-year-old Kalila. What's that going to do for it? It's going to put peat in it. It's not going to do much in it. So this is where you have the fun. Oh, Springbank 25. That's how there's only a wee bit left in it. No chance. Highland Park, no chance. That's a 28-year-old Highland Park. And this is what you do. Now look at the colour of this. Right, I think we'll go with this. It's very, very light. It's a Tully Barton, 46%. So we'll write on that. Tully Barton, 46%. And that's all I know. That's it. I want to say 13-year-old. So we'll take note what we're putting in that. So we'll bring it over. Have you switched off yet? And we'll put that in there. We'll go for the whole thing. You should take it up to the shoulders. Now the problem with these, you don't. Oh, it's nice. It's your typical bourbon. Now what's that going to do to it? Is it going to lighten it? Is it going to soften it? Is it going to take the sweetness off it? And that's exactly. Oh, come on. No, I'll have that. I'll have that later on. I'll have that later on. So, I'll put the lid on that. I'll put it to bed. We'll leave it maybe 6 months, a year. I don't know. I know what I started with, and I'll label it, and that's it. I'll get a wee sugar, and we'll put that to bed. Hopefully, I can try that, and that's it. So we're going to do something with this, with that. I don't think there's any hope for that. I'll need to bring that down. So, what we're going to do with this one? Now that's number 2. And that was my first one. I thought this was about 4 years ago, but I've always drunk this, tapped it up, drunk it, tapped it up, and I think that's why it's quite decent. Very sweet. It's very sweet indeed. So, how do we get the sweetness out of it? What do we go for? And it's not going to take a lot. What if we went for that? A Deluan 15 bourbon. Deluan. What's a 54%? 54%, and it's a 15-year-old. So I'll stick that on it. And every time I put it, we know we've got something on it. Okay, we'll try that. That first one, I don't think we'll get any hope for. We'll do that Ben Loomis. And what I'll try and do is we'll try and get this lighter. Whether it works or no, I don't know. So that's my three, call them infinity bottles, call them what you like. That's day 3. And we've done a wee bit of work on them. But what else I want you to show you tonight, and we'll play a bit with a wee bit. We'll need something else in that, but we'll leave a wee bit of air in it now. See what happens with that. And we'll see how that goes. So again, we'll see how that goes. We'll give that about 6 months, leave them, might take them to a blind tasting, stick them in, see what happens. That one, to be honest, is pretty disgusting, to be fair. But you never know. You just never know. The idea is, can you bring them back round? Especially when they've tasted before we take to the next stage. It smells perfumey. It's very spirity. I think, to be honest, I think I've wasted it with a new make. It was only a quarter of Jill a new make. But anyway, you've got to try these things. Right, so, it's that. Now, I brought my shoebox down the night. Now, what's a shoebox? If whiskies I like, rather than finish them, I tend to keep them. So I get 5cl bottles, and I put them in the 5cl bottles. And there's 60 in here. Some I've been drinking, and some I've no. They're all mixed. You can even see the dust in the top. And I keep these. I'm just going to pick 4 random. Lagavulin, no need statement, 53%. Look at the colour of that, my God. Up to more, 56%. The 13-year-old. Yeah. Rank 13, 57% Aberdeen. So that was the Aberdeen shop that came from. So, what do we do with these? Springbank 25. Are these too good to mix up and put in infinity bottles? But if I get an empty bottle and I took all these and put them in it, surely it's not going to be a bad whiskey. Surely. Because they're all cracking whiskies. No matter what I dip into here, they're all whiskies to die for. Look at the colour of that. That was the one I picked. Colour of that. Untold Riches, 28-year-old. That was the one, the Bunnahabhain, it was a spelling mistake. And I loved it, absolutely loved it. And I kept that. What we got here? Ben Rennes 11. So there's no bad whiskey in there. So, do you mix these? Do you even take 3 or 4? And just make up a wee thing? So, I'll do. I'll be brave. Unless it's a spring. No, it's less. I'll go. No, Springbank 21. Ah, come on, Gavin, be brave. Take 2, any 2, any 2, any 2, any 2. That's the Untold Riches. That's her name is WS46, 19-year-old. So we'll take that and we'll go Baltimore. Right, right. We'll take they two. Two light whiskies, very light whiskies. The paper bits come up. These won't get wasted. These will get drunk tonight. So that's SMWS 4696, 12 years of age, 59%. And an Altamore. And that's a 20-year-old Altamore. So we're going with good stuff here. Real good stuff. And we'll put a wee, just a wee bit. Now, is this madness? Or is it fun? Or is it a little bit getting your taste buds? One glass left. No, there's more than one glass left. So we'll get a wee sugar. And we'll pour a wee dram. And let's see what they're like. And I'll have that later on. With a Quiviti. Bring it up to the nose. Fresh lemons. It's a nice, but you can't be wasting that. You just cannot be wasting they two together. Two good drams. How about we sit? Mm. It's very warm. It is very nice. Why? Why do this? That's the question. Why are you wasting whiskies? Are you learning? I think it's fun. Um, Thanks for watching Gab's Drams. I know I'm mad. I must be absolutely bonkers to do what I do, but whiskey's all about fun and it's all about tasting. So, thanks for watching Gab's Drams. Press the bell, press the subs button. Say to yourself, I'm not coming back on there again. He's a nutcase. Well, he is a nutcase, but he loves playing with whiskey and trying different things. And I think you should try it. Cheers. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Good night. Thank you. See you next week.